frame rate test. Gear up. Laps up. So I've set VSync on and frame rates to 60, it's sitting on 42 at the moment. It was getting up to 60 sitting on the end of the runway, but because that's very different when you've got action happening like trying to fly something. So let's just do a few, what happens if we go to external? It goes up, see it's up to 60 now. Interesting. So just rendering the cockpit, you lose a third of the frame rates. It's 59, 60, it's just maxed out. Beautifully smooth. Yep. Okay, let's try back in. We go from 60 to 49. Okay, 45. So we lose 25% of the frames. Again, in the virtual cockpit. Even looking to the side, let's try the wingtip view. Just reset the view there. And we get 50, 49, 47, 45, because it's rendering a lot of cockpit now. 49, 52, 50, 49, back to external, back to 60. Very interesting. Just zoom that view out a bit. See, it just maxed out on 60 FPS there. Back to 44 and you can see the aircraft. Well, I think it's the cockpit, of course, that knocks it down. It's 46. Quite happy with 46 anyway. So I'm going to leave VSync on for a while, I think. I was just noticing a bit of tearing at the end of the last mission. Let's try some low level, because that is a stress test in extremis. So 42, 400 knots, mind you. 37, in lots of buildings, 37. 40. 40, 45, 40, 41. And my favourite views were in 41, which is pretty good. 42. I'm sitting on 40. Back to the front seat and 49. 45, 47, typical view I'd have in flying a pattern, still on 40, okay, and it's a very built up area. Alright, let's go back and land and see how the frames cope over there. Channel 2, Channel 2, Channel 2. Channel 2. Channel 2. Yeah. Just press the buttons to land. .46, 47. Frame rates are good. Like India Golf 1. There we are, coming back to the airport. Back seater gets 42. External, once again, 59, 58 to 60. 23. Now I'm going to see if I can do the short landings I've been aiming for. It's the gear rotation time in this thing is so slow. I'm going to have to come back to 175 knots, just like it says in the book. So we're getting 38.40 by the way. And drop the gear on the downwind. In fact, we should start dropping it now. Gear coming down, 40 frames per second. I was going to say 40 knots. 42, around the airport. Well, I guess this will work. By the time we get to the correct end of the runway, the gear should be down. In fact, I can't believe it's flashing green already. Why does it take so long sometimes? Because I'm going too fast probably. Okay. 41 frames a second. Yep. Alright, well, looks like I've found a new graphic setting tweak. So many variables. Everything else is set on pretty high, not ultra. And a few other tricks, but all from the Microsoft forums. Okay. I'll try a very short turn to final, 40 frames a second. The flaps full. They come down quick and we'll do a very short turn. 150 knots, 40 frames a second. I'm happy with that. This is a short flight. 130. Yeah, that's what I was aiming for. 37 frames. 37, still fine. Off the air brake. 123, put it back in. 38 frames, 110, a bit high. There we go. Touching down at between 35 and 40 frames, which is quite smooth enough. Okay, well that was an interesting test. So 40 frames here and 47 there. Interesting, hasn't gone back to the 60 I expected. 52, 40, 52, interesting. Interesting. Anyway, well, of course we're on the ground, of course. We've got more stuff to render. So 50 on the ground, 60 in the air, 42 in the cockpit on the ground. So pretty happy with that. Yep.